Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. First, let's talk about this word, news. We say the news. Not the news, but the news. Use the long oo sound like food and moon, news. Plus the z sound like zebra, news. I don't watch the news because the news is sad. The news is depressing. I cannot say the news are. I say the news is. But it has an S. That's right, but it's always singular. It's not a plural. There's not one new and two news or one news and two newses. It's just news. And it's always used as a singular noun. Use a singular action is. I don't watch the news because the news is depressing. I cannot say the news are depressing. Use is. Let's practice. What do you think? Do you think the news is sad? Very good. Do you think the news is depressing? That's right. I think the news is depressing. They're always talking about sad things. And if I use a verb like make, the news make, I have to change it with an S because it's treated like a singular noun. The news makes me sad. Put the S there. I cannot say the news make me sad. The news makes me sad. Let's practice. What about you? Does the news make you sad? Very good. Now let's talk about this word, police. We use the article, the police. The police is or the police are? We say the police are. It's treated as a plural noun. We use the verb are. We cannot say the police is. We say the police are. But it's not countable. I cannot say one police and two polices. It's just always the police. The police are coming. Why are the police coming? Because I called the police. Let's practice. I called the police. Are the police coming? That's right, the police are coming. So remember these two special words. When I say the news, use a singular verb. And when I say the police, use a plural verb. So what do you say, in the driveway or on the driveway? Well, they're both correct. You'll hear both of them. You'll hear on the driveway when you talk about people and things. Example, he's standing on the driveway, or the boxes are on the driveway. But you can also say in. I can say he's standing in the driveway, and the boxes are in the driveway. You'll hear both. But what about a car? Well, if you're talking about a car, we say in. The car is in the driveway. So do I have to remember this? No, you don't, because you can always just say in. If you're talking about a car, we say in. The car is in the driveway. And if you talk about people, you can say in. He's standing in the driveway. Or if you talk about items like boxes, you can say the boxes are in the driveway. So just use in and don't use on. Because if you talk about a car, we don't say the car is on the driveway, we say the car is in the driveway. So we cannot use on all the time, but we can use in all the time. So just use in. Make your life simple. Don't make it complicated. Let's practice. Is the car in the driveway? That's right, the car is in the driveway. Is the car parked in the driveway? That's right, the car is parked in the driveway. Let's talk about a person. Is he standing in the driveway? That's right, he's standing in the driveway. And let's talk about items like boxes. Where are the boxes? Are the boxes in the driveway? That's right, the boxes are in the driveway. So just use in and you won't have any problems, but you'll hear both. First, this is not correct.
I will show you the front part of the house. What is this called that I'm standing on? This is called a driveway. Driveway, it's basically like a small road where cars can drive through.
Where cars can drive through? A driveway is not a place where cars can drive through. We don't use the preposition through. And normally you don't drive in a driveway, you park. You park in a driveway, but you don't drive through a driveway. Don't use through. You drive and then you park. You park in a driveway. This is also not correct.
You can park your cars on the driveway.
I cannot say you can park your cars on the driveway. We use a different preposition. We say in. You park your car in the driveway, not on the driveway. Use the preposition in when talking about a driveway, not on. You can park your car in the driveway. So, you don't drive through a driveway and you don't park on a driveway. You park in a driveway. You park your car in the driveway. Let's practice. Can you park your car in the driveway? That's right. You can park your car in the driveway. Use in, not on. This is also not correct.
Or the second way is getting a loan from the bank, where the bank will lend you money, you borrow this money, and then you pay off this money with a mortgage.
I cannot say you borrow this money and then you pay off this money with a mortgage. When using the phrasal verb pay off, we don't talk about money. You cannot say pay off the money. You can pay off a loan, you can pay off a debt, and you can pay off a mortgage, but you cannot pay off money. When talking about money, we say pay back. You pay back the money. So remember the two phrasal verbs, pay off and pay back. We use pay off when we talk about a debt, a mortgage, or a loan. And if you talk about money, say pay back. You pay back the money. Example, he needs to pay off his mortgage. He needs to pay off the loan. He needs to pay off his debt. Let's practice. Does he need to pay off his mortgage? That's right. He needs to pay off his mortgage. Does he need to pay off his debt? That's right. He needs to pay off his debt. Does he need to pay off his loan? That's right. He needs to pay off his loan. Now let's talk about money. With money, we use pay back. Does he need to pay back the money? That's right. He needs to pay back the money. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.